Hey girl, hey. It's time for another curated conversation. Let's chat.
Any time in my life when I've recognized that I want more, that I want to elevate and evolve this life experience that I'm grateful to have, there's been one thing and one thing only that's been critical to my success or lack thereof. Recognizing the assignment of someone key and critical to that elevation and evolution in my life. And part B, recognizing when an assignment has been fulfilled. Say what? I know. Hold tight. I got you. Because one thing is for certain and two things is for sure. There are going to be critical inflection points, or you may know them as game-changing moments that take place in our lives. And knowing how to navigate them well is everything, child. Let me give you an example. About 10 to 12 years ago, I was serving in a ministry that I really enjoyed. Beautiful souls, great mission, good work that was being done there. What I didn't realize, though, is that the environment had become spiritually abusive, toxic, and unhealthy, but I couldn't see it. And here came the one that was assigned to help me at this critical inflection point in my life. I was either going to elevate and evolve, or maybe go back around the bend, or revert back. None of them I wanted, child. What I didn't fully realize was that it was time for me to move on to the next assignment in my life. Their singular assignment had two parts to it. A, to help me see that I was involved in an environment that was no longer healthy for me. And B, help me develop an exit strategy to get out of here. This gentleman was able to help me see what I was unable to see on my own. But here's the critical inflection point. I needed to understand what his role and goal was, and when that had been fulfilled, it was time for our relationship to change. That may mean that the person exits your life. Maybe the interaction isn't what it used to be, but their role definitely has to change. He was able to see some things that I wasn't, and primarily that I was no longer in a healthy environment, and it was time for me to go. Because baby, we needed to move in a different way. And here's the wisdom key, that the assignment of the individual had been fulfilled, and that it was okay in this instance to disconnect. This is a critical space where I've missed it in the past, not understanding that that was their assignment, A, and that B, their assignment had been fulfilled, and that C, since the expiration date has arrived and since passed. There's an expiration date on there for a reason, sis, because if we're talking about food and we consume it beyond that expiration date, it's not going to be healthy for us. And so when we try to extend the life of something that has reached its expiration date, we put ourselves at risk of consuming something that's unhealthy for us. Baby, I'm feeling a little more saucy today, so I'm going to take out these studs and put it in a little razzle dazzle. Yes. Here's a telltale sign that the expiration date might have been reached. Things start getting crazy. If we go back to the gentleman that I was involved with, things started getting wild. He was asking crazy stuff. He was expecting crazy stuff. The connection that we had started to be a stressor, a constant and ongoing pain point. And so when you start really seeing agitation, that is a great time to just pause and say, okay, has the assignment been fulfilled? Has the expiration date been met? And baby, is it time to chuck up the deuces? Remember, one thing is for certain and two things are for sure. When we are at a space in our life where we're looking to elevate our life, to evolve in our life, there will always be someone that comes across our path whose assignment is to help usher us along that path so that we can have the elevated and evolved life that we're searching for. The key is understanding the person's assignment, when the assignment has been fulfilled, and when it's time to disconnect or reassign the role of that individual in our lives. I hope that helps.